Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today, we are going to be talking about some very undervalued AI projects that I personally believe could be huge winners in this next wave for altcoins. So with that being said, I hope that everyone's having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are out there in the world. The overall market has been absolutely beautiful. Listen, if you have been following the channel, if you've been in the free Discord, hell, even if you've just been following me on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, you should be in significant profits. The overall market has gone from sub $1 trillion to $2 trillion almost. Bitcoin going from $15,000 to $52,000. And on the 7-day span, well, altcoins, guys. Altcoins are moving. And when we really look at that, right, we have to look at the categories. We have to look at where a lot of the money is going. And if we look at the top categories, most of these are VC-backed portfolios. But if you go beyond that, right, if you scroll down beyond that, you can see where a lot of the money is going. Obviously, layer one's leading the way, and even Bitcoin, the Bitcoin ecosystem as well, which is just mainly because Bitcoin's in there. But there's also some other great opportunities here. Mainly what I'm looking at is real world focus as well. And when we talk about real world focus, the big categories that really kind of come to mind are like real world asset tokenization, AI and big data is another one, and then also you have generative AI. Now, with that in mind, where do these two categories stack up? Well, AI and big data is now over a $30 billion market cap, and the trading volume is up to almost $1.8 billion. And do I even need to mention the fact that in the last 7 days, this market for AI has done tremendously well? Guys, I warned you about PAL AI, and guess what? It's up 100% on the last 7-day span. I told you guys about this on the lows around 10 cents. It has done nearly a 3x off of those lows. The AI space right now is red hot, and it's primed for a lot more significant moves later on this year. And the reason why we know this is, well, because guess what? Bitcoin dominance looks like it wants to take a massive move right off the cliff down to significant levels, which is only going to push altcoins even higher. And that is where a lot of these projects start to really move. Generative AI has been very good. Obviously, Render is one of the biggest players in this space. Upside potential, it's still there, right? It could do a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50x return, but are we really looking at it doing that? Because a 50x return on Render would essentially take it to almost $100 billion in market cap. Now, could it do that? 100%. Will it do that? We have no idea. And it's a lot higher of a risk than tapping into something that is around $100 million in market cap. But like I said, even in the generative AI space, we are seeing some very big winners. I'm very upset because I knew about Palm AI and I really didn't mention anything at all about it. I didn't even take a position in it. And I'm actually upset about it because it has been a huge winner. But like I said, I'm very happy about PAL AI because PAL AI has been doing very well. And even today as well, which by the way, is the first project on the list. And why is today a very solid project? And why do I think that today is a huge winner? Is it just because it has a $1.6 million market cap, so it has tremendous upside potential and the tokenomics on it are just 1 billion supply? No, it's not. It's because of what we recently just saw. So OpenAI unveils AI that instantly generates eye-popping videos called Sora. Now, this has been all the talk, but what's crazy about this is that guess what? The Today team has been already ahead of the game. If we actually look at this, right, we can see some of the AI video that they already released, but also beyond that, they've been absolutely killing it. Guys, this is one of those projects that I've had my eyes on for almost a year now. And like I said, they have been killing it. They were already ahead of the game. They were already first to the game as well. And now we are starting to see everyone jumping on the bandwagon. And that is why I do think that today, considering the fact that they've been very early on this, I do think that they are going to be a huge winner. And I do think that this is just the beginning for them. And for those out there that are wondering, yes, they did start to move pretty heavy recently. But this chart to me is very, very minuscule on where this is most likely headed. Like I said, with the overall tokenomics of this project, with how low it is in market cap, there's no reason why this can't go to $1. And if we're looking at where we are at right now, and we go to just $1 on this, we are talking about roughly a 36,500% gain to $1. Now, do I think that's going to go to $1? I believe that it does have a high probability of doing so. And the reason why I say that is because the market cap for it would be a $1 billion market cap. And the team has been tremendous in delivering. They've been extremely vocal. They have a ton of updates coming as well. Guys, this is one of those projects that you cannot miss out on. Add it to your watch list. Focus on it because they have been absolutely killing it. Now, beyond today, another great project within the real world asset tokenization space and the AI space is actually MBD Financials. This is another project that I've been following for a very, very long time, and the team has been delivering. They've been very, very vocal as well. They have been truly one that I've been watching for a very long time, since going all the way back to last year. I think it's been almost a year now since I've been looking into this project. They've been announcing partnership after partnership. They have been killing it so far with their roadmap goals. I really look forward to watching this team really kind of build out. And like I said, this one, and even today, they're very minuscule gems. They can move very fast. They're a higher risk, by the way. Full transparency. None of this is financial advice, and you need to make sure that you are aware of the risk. You could lose your money by investing any amounts into this space. So make sure that you are only investing what you can afford to lose. But beyond that, like I said, both of these are minuscule gems. They can move very fast. And like I said, the teams have been delivering. They've been very vocal. So they have my confidence behind them. Obviously, like I said, anything can happen, but I'm looking forward to watching them both deliver heavily. Next up on the list, BDP, Big Data Protocol. Guys, this one is fully focused on data around the space. They've been around for a while, but they missed out on the 2021 bull run. They had a rough launch and nothing happened with it. It was just a bleed out until 2022. And the end of 2022, it looks like it bottomed. And then it led the path in February with all of the AI hype. Then it sold off and we bottomed again in October. And now we are sitting pretty at about roughly a $7.5 million market cap. Tokenomics for this one, very solid. And again, the team is extremely vocal. They are very active on socials. They are announcing partnerships. This is one that you want to add to the watch list as well, because it seems as though they are absolutely killing it. They're giving us incredible transparent updates. They continue to push updates. They're extremely vocal and they are very transparent as well. So definitely watch this one, add it to your watch list, keep a close eye on it because this one also moves pretty fast when it does wake up. Next up on the list, Numeraire. So this one, again, has been around for a while. The reason why I'm really focused on it now is because, like I said, it has been around for a while. This is a platform that allows developers and even data experts to really experiment with it and create machine learning models with improved reliability. Back in 2017 and 2018, it was very early. It broke over the all-time high slightly in 2021, but not in a big way. Look at the tokenomics for this project, guys. The max supply is 11 million. Total supply 10.7, almost and a half million. 56% of the supply already out there. Fully diluted market cap 324.5 million. Market cap itself almost $182 million. In my opinion, I do think that we are going to blast past that all-time high. This one's already on T1 exchanges, so it's easily accessible, which means when we start to see the AI wave really flowing, that means that retail and the herd will easily be able to buy Numeraire and even push it higher. I do think that this is one that you need to watch for as well. Again, very active on socials. And this is just one of those projects that have been around for a while. They've been constantly building. They've been pushing updates. And they have been one of the most successful projects out there. And they are a long-standing project as well. Next up on the list, Covalent. So Covalent, rough launch. Right around like the end of the bull run. This was roughly August of 2021. And nothing ever happened again. It was basically sold off heavy, basically bottomed around 2022, like most altcoins. And then here we are at 20 cents now, roughly a $127.5 million market cap, fully diluted almost 200 million. Total supply, max supply, 1 billion, 63, almost 63.5% of the circulating supply out there. And this one is very interesting because this is almost like the graph, which, by the way, big fan of the graph. I've talked about it multiple times on this channel. But this one's very similar to the graph because it does focus heavily on transparent data reporting across the entire space, which is tapped into nodes, blockchains, dApps, and so much more. Like I said, with this one, I'm mainly just looking at seeing if it can go back to those 2021 highs, which is still a very significant move in the market. But I do think that it could go significantly higher. Ultimately, whenever I look at a lot of these projects, I mainly look for like a $1 billion market cap to start, and then we go to $10 billion. A project that has been moving heavy, and I have been in for a bit of time, but I never really made content on it, simply because there's not a lot to really talk about with it. And I think that it actually might be on the other list, or no, it's actually on this list as well, is BitTensor. Now, I think that tokenomics are not reported correctly on CoinMarketCap, or maybe CoinMarketCap's just weird with it. But the overall market cap for this one is almost $4 billion. That is what I'm talking about, right? Like when we look at the overall market cap of some of these projects, I do think that they could hit these tremendous gains where they do hit a $4 billion market cap or $10 billion in market cap. Like fully diluted on this one is 13 and almost $500,000 million. Imagine some of these projects at those market caps. I mean, they are truly tremendous opportunities if you think about it. Now, are they going to go to those market caps? We don't know. That's why we have to take profits along the way. We need to make sure that we are de-risking along the way as well. But I do think that Covalent is a big one. Definitely watch for, especially if you are a big fan of the graph. I do think that this one could also perform pretty closely with the graph. The same goes for even Big Data Protocol as well. I think that this one's very similar to the graph, and we all know what happened back in 2021 with the graph as well. Next up on the list, it's actually, you're probably going to be surprised, but it is BitTensor. I do think that BitTensor is, I threw it in here just to really kind of talk about it. I do think that this is probably one of the most similar to Bitcoin projects out there. So I do think that everyone should be looking into getting at least one of them because I do think that in the long term, you will be very, very excited about where Tau does go. But again, it's all personal preference. You don't need to buy this project. It's already up tremendously and there is better opportunities out there. But beyond that, next up on the list is IExec RLC. Or IExec RLC, sorry. This one is very interesting because this is providing cloud computing resources, but it can also support applications in the big data space, healthcare, AI, rendering, fintech. It's all of those great opportunities that everyone is looking into now at this point because of render, a cache. You have all of these AI narratives being thrown around. So I do think that this is one that will most likely have a pretty fun time in the market, especially with the overall tokenomics. I mean, a sub 100 million supply, 83.2% of the supply is already out there, almost a $200 million market cap, fully diluted, almost 225 million. It's already on T1 exchanges. So again, the retail crowd will love this. And as we really look at this one, again, all-time highs back in roughly the May of 2021 timeframe. We're very close to the all-time highs. Price discovery can happen pretty much at any moment. So I'm very excited for this one because I do think that the overall use case for it is pretty diverse. Next up on the list, Cortex. So this project came out back in 2017, 2018. And it never made a new all-time high since. Now, the reason why I'm including it in this video is because, like I said, a lot has changed since 2018. The AI narrative is huge, and Cortex is actually a pretty big player around the AI space. It's actually very similar to BitTensor because what this is providing is that open source AI platform to achieve AI democratization, where models can be integrated easily in smart contracts and even create AI-enabled decentralized applications. And when we really look at this one, tokenomics are pretty solid, 73%, not as fair as BitTensor in terms of there only being 21 million. But I do think that this one could have a tremendous amount of gains in it still, especially if we are talking about $10 billion in market cap, for an example. But definitely watch this one because I do like what I've been seeing around this project. It's definitely one that you want to add to the watch list, like I said. Next up, DCargo. So DCargo, this one, not too bad of a launch. I mean, it was like right at the start of the big alt season, or the middle of the alt season, I should say, not the start. But it did see a pretty big gain. I mean, from 2 cents all the way to almost 55 cents. Did see a pretty big gain. I do like this project because not a lot of people are looking into this one. And what this is actually utilizing is blockchain-based technology, and it's solving a lot of the issues around logistics. And the logistics industry, guys, it's an industry that is ripe for disruption. So I'm actually very excited about this project. I've been looking into it for a little bit of time, and I find it very promising. Overall, market cap, almost $16 million, fully diluted, almost $164 million. Upside potential on this, it's pretty significant. I do think that this one is going to make some noise in the space, and even if you go over to their socials, they are pretty active. I know that it's not as active as most other projects. A lot of the language here, guys, is not English, but they are pushing updates, and you could easily translate this as well by just right-clicking and translating on Google. That way you could actually see a lot of the big updates. They just recently gave us an update on their roadmap, especially even the 2024 roadmap. So they are still here, they are still building, and they are still making noise. This is a project that is very, very overlooked, and it's kind of under the radar right now. So definitely look into this one, add it to the watch list. Like I said, you don't need to invest into any of these projects. In fact, I don't hold all of them. I do hold some of them, but I don't hold all of them. There's not enough space in my portfolio, and there is such thing as being over diversified. Next up on the list, iotex. So iotex is one that, again, had an incredible gain in 2021, overshadowed its 2017-2018 highs, and it just does not get talked about. It's crazy to me that a lot of these projects are just not being talked about at all. They're overlooked. And basically what this is it's a decentralized platform that is empowering open economics for machines. So this is truly one that is helping the AI narrative become a reality. And as we look at the overall tokenomics and the market cap, it's not as lucrative as the other ones, but I do still think that this one's going to perform pretty well. And even if you go over to their Twitter account, again, when we look at socials, this is one that has been very, very, very active. They've been participating in a lot of AMMs or AMAs, and they've been killing it with a lot of the partnerships. So this is definitely one that most people probably already know about, but it is one that I do think that will continue to lead the way around AI and even DePIN and things like that, which are big narratives right now. So definitely watch this one, add it to the watch list. like I said, a lot of these big projects you want to add to the watch list. At least look into them, do a little bit more research, understand where they are right now on their roadmap, understand how much noise they have been making, and also definitely check the activity, because a lot of these projects, they've been very active. And like I said, with these industries like the AI industry, it's only going to continue to boom with a lot of these big names jumping in. I know Microsoft now is lined up. There's Google lined up with it. I mean, this is just a trend that is going to continue and continue and continue. So definitely watch this industry. Watch this sector within crypto. There's a ton of money to be made. And with that being said, guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.